Okay, we are going to do an increase on each side for the gussets. And we're going to follow the directions using the transfer tool, a 2-prong transfer tool. Bring 2 stitches out one place, and then we have to pick up just the bump from the next stitch in. Try not to catch any of the fibers of the stitch that's hanging there, just the bump. We're going to do that on both ends. Move these out. 1. Pick up the bump from the first stitch to the inside and hang that on the empty needle. Now, because I've been having problems with stitches not knitting off properly, I am going to pull my stitches out to E position on the row that I am about to knit. And I'm going to knit 2 rounds. That's not 2 rows. I'm going to go around twice. So here's the first time. 1. Coming back for number 1. Round 2. And coming back on row 2. Okay, now we are going to move this stitch down onto this needle. We are going to take the first stitch the one we just increased, and we are going to move it down onto a new needle. Make sure that it hangs there. Okay, now you have to be careful because you don't want to mess things up too much. Same thing on this side. We're going to take this stitch on the double-ended transfer tool and we are going to hang it onto the river bed. After we do that, we are going to move 2 stitches over. Come on. And hang them onto those next needles, and then we need to hang something onto this needle that we just vacated. So we grab the bump and we hang that. Again, 2 stitches moved over one place, Pick up the bump and just the bump and hang that over on top onto the empty needle. Okay, now we're going to pull out the stitches. Looks like it's getting to be time to move my weights up again. All right. All right. Second side of one. Row of round two. Second row of round two. Now, before we would have moved this down, but you see how even they are? So it isn't time to do that. We have to do another moving out, and pick up the bump and hang it on the empty needle. The bump. Okay, 2 more rounds. Something about getting those first ones out there that helps the others move. Round one. Second half of one. Round two. Second half of two. Now, these are further out than these, so it's time again to move the stitch down. So we take it off the top, drop it down, onto the bottom. And you know, okay. Hang that back there. Move this one. And again. So every other 2 rounds you will move one down, but every time you do 2 rounds you will add one to the top. Okay, so 2 more rounds. One, second half of 1, two, second half of 2. And there is your sequence.